baby. We are live in effect. Super excited for tonight's show, you guys, because every single week, if you haven't noticed, if you haven't read the tea leaves, every single week, we come into this show, the Locker Room Show, and we bring you the up-and-coming athletes. We bring you the athletes that been there, done that. We bring you coaches. We bring you everybody you need to know so you can be up on this industry. And tonight's no different. So we got a big guest tonight. You already see him in the middle of the screen. But first and foremost, I'm going to introduce my boy that is from St. Louis and always holds me down. None other than the great Q, the Guru. What's going on, Guru?
What's going on, Coach, man? We got my nephew on, man. I've been trying to catch him for a minute, man. But, hey, if you're a coach out there and you tuning in, man, y'all better stop, man. You ain't got to just stop in Florida, Texas, and California, man. You better stop in St. Louis because if you notice, look, you got my nephew on, you got Jamison Williams, you got nephew, what's the kid from Mizzou, the wide receiver?
Luther Burden.
Thank you. Luther Burden, who will probably win the Bolitnikoff. Hey, if you're a coach, you better start stopping through St. Louis because we've been kicking out bona fide killers a long time, boy. Y'all better stop sleeping. I'm telling you.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. You ain't been in the football industry long enough unless you have realized that St. Louis got some dogs. So he's not lying, and that's why we call him the Guru. But let's talk about the man of the hour, the young man that you see in the middle of the screen. This is somebody that went from Missouri, you guys, all the way to Eugene, Oregon. Now he's ripping quarterbacks' heads off. They got him in the training table. They got him in the weight room, and the sky is the limit. This is none other than the great Tionne Gray. What's going on, superstar?
What's going on? I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, oh man, we're excited to have you on. I know a lot of people back home gonna tag live and record it. So thank you guys for joining us. If you're joining us for the first time, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. But like I said, man, let's get into it. This is all about you tonight. Hazelwood Central, like Q said, if you don't know about it, find out about it. This young man was a superstar, you guys, on both sides of the field, offensive line, defensive line, and he has decided to take his talents to Eugene, Oregon, and play for Dan Lanning. So excited to have you on, man, and let's start with the decision. The decision to go leave home, man. That's a big decision. I think there was some back and forth a little bit from what I'm hearing, but at the end of the day, why did you choose Oregon?
I mean, I know the main thing I wanted was just to experience something new and different, and just so I could grow as a person and become a better me. And I feel like just coming here is really it's gonna get me out my comfort zone. Out my comfort zone and just figure out who I am and figure out how to navigate through life.
That's big right there. And I know that you decided to leave early, high school early. So this is a huge transition for you. During that recruiting process, T, everybody's whispering in your ear. They're saying great things. Did you have anybody that you leaned on to help you make the decision?
All my high school coaches at Hazelwood Central, they were the main ones helped me every time I needed help. Mainly Kerry Davis, my head coach. Any question I asked or anything I needed, he was just always there for me, and he still is.
That's amazing right there. And Q, you always talk about, these kids taking advantage of the coach and the great Kerry Davis, Super Bowl champion right there. Let's talk about, man, leaving early. Q and I, we had a prom. We got every little, inch out of high school that we could. This young man has decided to jump right into the grown man's game. And he decided to not only sign with Oregon, but get out there quickly. And a lot of young men are doing that right now. Is that something, Tionne, that Oregon hipped you to and told you to do? Or is that something that you were going to plan on doing wherever you went?
Right. Yeah, that's something I was just going to plan on doing wherever I went because, I love the game of football so much. And, I want to be able to come in, get a head start from anybody else who not coming in early. And then also, because I want to come in and be able to like to stand out and make it look like I've been here, like I've been on the team for a couple of years, like I got the experience, like just showing that as a freshman, it shows so much, and it shows so much I could do.
Yeah.
That's big time right there.
Yeah,
Talk to me a little bit, Q, because like I said, man, we did have the full high school experience, you
Right.
know, and got to say goodbye and walk across the stage and everything.
Right.
If your kid comes to you today and says, Dad, I want to graduate early, are you thumbs up on that, or are you like, hey, slow down a little bit?
Oh no, absolutely no. I mean, T, if it, I mean, we had the ability to do that then, even in our era. I definitely would have, done the same because, like, he said, you're getting a jump on everybody, other freshmen, especially, man. He wants to get on the field, and as a coach, seeing a kid do that, you automatically know, okay, this kid is ready to work, but he wants to get, more importantly, he wants to get on the field right away. He wants to be where by the time that we're getting towards the season, he already has, at his position, the playbook already digested already, so, making, and being able to, be in the weight room, getting a good relationship with your strength coach, knowing those expectations, and then, getting a jump on classes too, because now that you're ahead, you have the ability to graduate college early too, so everything is just propelled forward. So man, if you could do it, by all means, man, definitely do that. So that was a great move.
I love it. And some of you young high school players that are listening might want to consider that.
Right.
Tionne, talk to me a little bit, because you said you were going to do it wherever you went. Talk to me a little bit about the process for a young man watching that might want to do that too. Did you have to take extra classes? Did you have to go to summer school? How does that work?
I mean, the main thing I did, I went and talked to my counselors first. Like if you want to graduate early, go talk to your counselors, sit with them. Like you gotta like constantly do it. So like you can figure out what are the classes you need to take so you can get all your credits and you could graduate early. Like that was like the main thing I did. I was in my counselor office every day trying to make sure I could leave early.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So he was advocating for himself, you guys. And I know that's difficult when you're younger, but this young man's about his business. So he was advocating for himself. And I'm glad you shared that. We got some people joining us. The great coach Eric Foss says here from Alabama. Thank you for joining us as always, Coach. And then, of course, Tionne Gray Sr. Dad is checking in on his young cub, and he said, hey, I want to make sure he's answering these questions right so we can get after it this fall. So I love you, Dad, and thank you for tapping in with us. Before we leave this topic, man, talk to me about biggest transition, because I haven't been to Oregon, Eugene, Oregon, and I haven't been to St. Louis, even though I want to go to both, but I'm assuming they're a little bit different. Tell me a little bit about the transition. Has that been easy for you? Has that been a little difficult? Has anybody helped you? How's the transition been?
I say the biggest thing for me was just like outside of football, is just being around like so many different people that came from like California, Arizona, like events like all over, and then the weather is totally different. Like I never seen so much rain, and so like it was, oh my God. But then like with football, the biggest transition is just keeping up with the college tempo. And that's the thing. Like, and like with trying to do that, it's gonna be more of a mental game than anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely. You got to definitely be in shape. Did you feel like you were in shape, or you had to get ready?
I mean, like before I left, I was trying, I did everything I could to try to get in shape. But then when I got here,
it's levels.
It's a totally different thing.
It's levels. But again, with you getting there early and getting acclimated, man, I mean, that's what's going to give you the jump to where, when it's time during the season, and it's time to strap it up, as a freshman, you'll be one of those people that'll be like, hey, man, this kid is ready. Even as a freshman, man, to get some serious clock, if not starting right out the gate. So, you'll be good. You'll be good. It's a lot of trees out there, ain't it?
That too. There's so much nature out here.
Hey, I'm telling you, get you a mountain bike, boy.
We got the great Raphael Seedens coming in saying congratulations, nephew, and thank you for tapping in, Raphael. And
Yeah, man.
please continue to join us. Now, the next topic, you guys, and if you're joining us for the first time, all the topics for the show are right there on the bottom ticker. But this is a big one I want to get into, T. The position change or position choice. You played both offense and defensive lineman in high school, ripped it up on both sides of the ball, and you decided to go on the defensive side. And I actually wanted to give some people some video reference, which you did in high school. So here you go.
He got quick.
So
hands.
playing on the outside, playing on the inside. You see
inside,
him leaning forward. He ready to watch some film. He leaning forward right there. So talk to me, man. When was the decision and who helped make the decision to say, because that's a big decision. You know, you had the talent to play on either side. And now you're saying, hey, I'm going to go on the defensive side for college. When was that decision made and who helped you make that decision?
Honestly, like that, my whole life, I always wanted to play defense. You can ask my dad. I always looked up my top two players I always looked up to was Ray Lewis and JJ Watt, and just like that. I just always wanted to play defense. And like as you saw, like I could do a lot more movement and like show my athleticism too.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Definitely.
Can you talk to me a little bit, man? Because there's a lot of athletes, man, that play both sides. We've seen the Travis Hunter thing and everything. So, if I'm a parent and my kid has legit Division I athletic ability to play on either side, how, as a parent, should we go about this, deciding which way?
Yeah, man, Coach. I guess I'm biased. I'ma always pick defense. I'ma always because the nature of the game now, it's that defense is so imperative because you're talking about games averaging 35 points a game. So it's like in order to be able to compete, the difference with teams, because you think about it, everybody can score. Everybody can score. You know what I'm saying? But it's about finding those key defensive players, man. Great teams. What sets them apart is their defense. Everybody can score.
Yes, indeed. And Oregon has stepped up the defensive side of things, and going to the Big Ten is going to be important to have people like Tionne a part of their team.
Definitely.
So that's big. And I saw your film and I already knew which way you were going, but watching your film, I said, go defense. So I think you did the right thing there. We are on to the next topic, you guys, and thank you for joining us. And this one was interesting. I got, first and foremost, we got John Jones coming in saying, Cousin Gerald and Renee online, praying for you. Keep working hard. So thank you guys for joining us, the family tapping in with this young man, and we always love that. But this topic was interesting, you guys, and I always love to get perspective on things that are real time. But the great Marvin Harrison Jr., another Big Ten representative, is now in the NFL. But he's saying, hey, I'm not signing the NFLPA licensing deal, Q. He's saying that deal is only $30K for the year, and everybody gets that deal. And I already signed a deal with Fanatics in college that was worth millions. So my NIL, I'm never signing away my NIL for $30K. So I want to ask you, and we'll start with you, Q. Is he tripping? Is he being a little petty and maybe just needs to get on with his career and he's already made money, get after it? Or is he right? Should he not sign the deal?
Well, I mean, I'm sure, he's had a lot of extensive talks, with his agent, and or attorneys. But I kind of understand where he's coming from, because there might be with fanatics in the NFLPA licensing a conflict of interest. But nobody is going to turn away a deal for a couple of million for a situation for 30K. I think personally that this might start a long-term trend with guys doing that already have something in place. That's what I'm seeing. But no, I don't blame him. I don't think he's being petty at all. I mean, you got to think about it, man. Be it that who his dad is too. His dad probably would have did the same thing coming out of Syracuse in his time if the situation were similar. So I don't blame him at all. I think he needs to, and all players again. You can no longer railroad these young guys and making them be in a position that's not conducive of them being successful as possible. They're learning, they're smarter now, and they're always going to put themselves, or at least should put themselves, in the best position to be the most profitable in the best position. So, yeah.
All right. Well, Tionne, this is the world in which you live in, the NIL world, and I know you've had some talks with that too. Let's say somebody's signing you at Oregon for X amount, and now the NFL has a deal with them where they can get you for cheaper. Are you going to let them get you for cheaper? Or are you saying, hey, we already had a deal in place from when I was in college? How you feeling about it?
Honestly, I think I'll probably be. I don't know. I feel like I'll probably be in between, because it's like going to NFL is like you're not in college anymore. Like you still got to prove yourself, and like you just keep doing what you were doing. Like your money is going to increase, but then it's like you want to keep, like you don't want to take that huge pay cut.
Yeah,
because you was making more in college, and like you want to stick with that. So I'm kind of like in between on that.
Yeah, and I say that all the time. I mean, Coach, how many times have I said that, man? And Tia, you'll find out, because I said I know your college career is gonna go awesome and be making a ton of money too. And I keep saying this with these kids. These boys going from college to the league, they taking a pay cut. They taking a pay cut. Yeah. Because
Marvin Harrison,
it just is what it is. When you're a great college player, and you got some great NIL deals, man, in place, man, you are in a lot of ways taking a pay cut going to the league. That's why I told you a while ago. I've told a lot of people, you're not, unless a kid really, really wants to do that, you're not gonna see kids being like, hey, I'm geared on a 10 or 12-year NFL career. If they want to do that, great. But it won't have anything to do with money, because they'll already be set, but in a lot of cases before they even, before their rookie year.
Yep, definitely. So this is going to be an increasing thing to pay attention to, you guys, because a lot of these kids are already signing contracts, having financial deals with companies, brands in college, and then the NFL already has their licensing deal. So this will be interesting in the future. But we're on to our next topic, you guys, and this one is a good one. Very interested to find out how Tionne feels about this. They say the big issues is with us right here, and I know that's your nickname. So this is good. This is good. We're talking about this next topic anyway, but I wanted to ask you, T. You were ripping it up at Central. You start getting media, you start getting recruiting. When did you, or maybe you haven't yet, but when did you start to realize that football was indeed a business?
I'm still like, I'm gonna say like right now, like when I got here to college, like just seeing and paying attention to everybody, like not even like just here in Oregon, like there's like all the colleges around, just seeing like how quick, like if you're not on top of your stuff, like how quick you could just be gone, and then like I'm starting like now that's when I'm starting to understand, like, okay, it's a business, like this ain't high school no more, this ain't no game no more. You gotta actually, we gotta do our part to it so we can stay and keep playing the game.
Yeah. So you feel like right now it's just kind of hitting you as you're going through the program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, but indeed.
That's why I've always said too, and I don't know why this isn't mandatory, but with these student athletes, because of the NIL component, I don't understand why it's not mandatory, regardless, whatever that you're studying as a major. You don't have a lot of your prerequisite classes need to be in the business realm of some sort, because they have to have a basic understanding of business, because that's what it is, man. Especially with football and basketball, with major Power 5 universities, these kids need that. They really do, man, because it's like they need to understand economics, understand investing, understand credit. The basic, money 101. They really need to understand that. So it's something that the NCAA needs to collectively implement, or at least the other universities by themselves, even to make it mandatory. Like if you're a student athlete, you have to go through these particular classes and complete them with a passing grade.
No, that's a great point right there. T, you're only 17, right? Are you 17 or 18?
I'm 17 still.
Yeah, pup, man.
Yeah, man. So I really tip my cap to you. I mean, I had just turned 18 when I went to Colorado, but for you to be 7, and I mean, you're in spring ball, 17, so it's just a whole different ball game. Coming out of a high school locker room at Central, where guys are joking around and everything, to go into a locker room where guys got pro potential. I know you've got guys like Dylan Gabriel on the team. Do you see them operate differently than maybe some of the younger kids?
Oh yeah, like they more like, I mean, it's kind of like obvious, but it's like, no, they older, they got the experience, like they know how to handle things. Their time management is way better than all the younger kids, all of us younger guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I will tell you though, nephew, like keep paying attention to, a lot of the veterans, especially the ones, like, hey, you got in your mind, I want to get to the league, I want to go to that level. The guys on your team that are, they're gonna have that opportunity, that are the upperclassmen, man. Pay attention to everything. Pay attention to, like you said, the time management. One thing I used to do is as well, man, pay attention to how they do interviews. That's one thing, man, that can help significantly, man, and me and Coach T say this all the time, when you had players back in the gap like Edger and James and all these great players, but you never saw them do a lot of interviews because they just didn't interview well. So pay attention to that too. You being able to interview and watching the veterans, man, like, be able to interview and interact with the media, that's going to give you more opportunity in regards to NIL as well.
Yes, indeed. No, that's some good stuff right there, and I appreciate you being open and honest. He said, "I'm learning right now that this is business. I'm seeing guys get tossed to the back." So I appreciate you. For you young cats, you want to play at Oregon. As soon as you get on campus, you're gonna find out real quick, just like Tionne. So I appreciate you sharing that, man. We are on to our next topic, you guys. And for those that are just joining us for the first time, and I know we got some newbies with us, this is the lightning round. The lightning round, which is a fan favorite of the locker room show. And this is our version, you guys, of word association. So we're going to put T through a little blitz right here. I know he's used to blitzing quarterbacks, but we're going to blitz him right here and see how good he do with this list that I got. And this is for him to give us the first thing that comes to his mind. You guys, when I say a little either or, when I say somebody's name, he's got to give us the first thing that comes to his mind. So you ready, superstar?
Stay ready. You got to get ready.
All right.
There you go.
Here we go.
There you go. All right. So, hey, I know you're eating good in Eugene, Oregon with your training table, but this isn't just for fun, T. We actually we got a little wager on it. All right. So I'm sure you can throw down at the dinner table, but if you can get to 17, the number 17 or higher, then it's a dinner on the locker room show, okay? We got to get you with your Cash App, and you got to tell us your favorite spot. But and I know he can eat, so I ain't trying to even go that route. But let me get the stopwatch ready. We're going to get the stopwatch ready. We're going to see how many T can get through, how many he can get through on the lightning round. So, all right, baby. First thing First thing that comes to your mind, all right? And he gets one for tech delay, you guys, because he's in Oregon. I'm in California. Q's in Texas. He gets one for tech delay. So even if he gets to 17, he's in the mix, or 16. All right. Number one. First thing that comes to your mind. Hazelwood Central. Go.
Kerry Davis.
Aaron Donald or Max Crosby?
Max Crosby.
Coach Kerry Davis.
Steelers.
Favorite game day song?
Chief Keef. Sosa.
Eugene, Oregon. First thing that comes to mind.
Quack.
J. Cole or Kendrick Lamar?
J. Cole.
Favorite spot to eat in St. Louis?
Emos.
For sure.
Dylan Gabriel.
Quarterback.
Jake Paul.
YouTuber.
Instagram or TikTok? 50 seconds.
Instagram.
Attend the Super Bowl or the Olympics?
Super Bowl.
Favorite pregame meal? Time.
He said pasta. Hey, give him now. He said pasta.
So I got
Give him
that.
now.
I got
Give
that.
him- Yeah, give him now. Yeah.
That's everybody, every player's, every football player's favorite pregame meal. Some pasta, some steak,
some
some
lasagna
chicken
and
in
some,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. So let's add him up. He did pretty good. He was rolling.
Yeah.
We got
yeah.
a little
Let's check it
slower,
out.
but then he picked it up. So let's add him up and see where he's at. And then we're going
Let's
to
check it
revisit
out.
as we always do. So, all right. Number one was Hazelwood Central. That's his old high school, literally last semester, which is crazy to say.
Right.
That's his old high school. Number one. He's going with the Max Crosby over to Aaron Donald for the number two. Coach Kerry Davis, Super Bowl champ for number three. Favorite song he's going with, what'd you say, Chief? Chief
Chief Keef.
Oh, Chief Keef. Okay, I didn't even
Chief
see.
Keef.
We're going with the Chief Keef right there. Number five, he's going, you talking about Eugene, Oregon. Number six, he's going with the J. Cole over the Kendrick Lamar. Number seven, Emos is the favorite St. Louis spot. Number eight, the Dylan Gabriel is his quarterback at Oregon. Number nine, Jake Paul, and he said a YouTuber. Number 10, he's got the Instagram over the TikTok. Number 11, he's going Super Bowl over Olympics. Number 12, he said pasta for the pregame meal. So the tech, he's 13. He's got 13, and we appreciate you getting after it, young buck. And that was good right there. And you guys see, it's no joke. It's no joke, the lightning round. So thank you for joining us and having some fun with us right there, T. But we are on to our next topic, you guys. The last topic. We want to get this young man back to his studies and what he got to do getting on that field. So the last topic is the audience Q&A. If you're with us live, you got a question for this young man, this young superstar, do not hesitate. Put it in the comments section. But Q, I know you got something for this St. Louis vet.
Definitely. So my question for tonight is, coming into your freshman year, you've been there, you're getting used to your surroundings, the expectations. What exactly should I say are your goals for your freshman year? Going into the season, through the season to the end of the season, to bowl time. Like, what's your goal?
I mean, well, my goal, honestly, I'm gonna say is just being able to learn every position on the D line, just so I could be able to find my way on the field as quick as possible, and then be able to, like, when I'm on the field, when I'm in the game, just wreak havoc and be able to cause as much problems as I can.
Yeah,
and just be able. I got my own. I want to be able to get at least 10 TFLs.
Okay. I'm gonna hold you to that. Because I know you can do it. I'm gonna hold you to it. But it's one thing I will tell you, and it's regardless of any position. I always tell kids, especially that are on, that D1 Power 5 level. And you mentioned it actually earlier in the show. Play fast. Even when you think you playing fast, go faster. Because that's what separates you. You start separating. Once you get used to that speed, it'll just be where and Coach T will tell you too. It'll be to where I know it's gonna sound weird. You remember the Matrix, right?
Yeah.
And remember how Neo was moving so fast. It was like
he was dodging them bullets.
Right?
Yeah, I know
That's
what
how
you're
the game will be, right? That's how the game will be. It'll be like you're moving, the speed of the game, you're moving so fast at your speed, the game slows down. That's when the game gets easy.
That's honestly how it was like during the spring game. I remember like the week of the spring game, like every time we go to practice, he would just tell me, he's like, stop thinking and just go play fast.
Just play fast, yeah.
And I'm doing it during practice, and then when we got to the spring game, everything was like it was just so natural at that point.
Yeah. But you'll see the game, everything will get easier. Everything will get easy and the game will slow down because you're playing at a different gear. Trust me. And that's what'll set you apart from everyone else.
Yeah, and he's getting over those beginning jitters, Q. What he's experiencing now in spring, and they've got more time now to deal with you, T, and to really, really coach you and teach you.
Yeah.
When Q and I entered into college, man, this was weeks before training, like weeks before the first game of the season. So if you didn't show something in the first 2 weeks, you're not traveling, because we got to get ready for the season as opposed to spring. I can really deal with this young pup, and get my hands on him and spend some time. And I ain't worried about playing USC,
Right.
So that's huge. This is one I'll leave you with. I love what you said, man. This actually shows your maturity because you said something just there that I wish I would have been caught on to way sooner when he said, Q, I want to learn all the positions on the D line. Hey, he gave you a big tip for all you young athletes out there. If you in the secondary, learn all them positions. If you at wide receiver, learn all them positions.
Yeah,
the slot, the outside. If you on the D line, learn all them positions. So that was wise beyond your years that you said that. But I'm going to give you one. And this one, because I work with athletes across the country and have for 17 years. And this is, I don't care if you go Power 5 where you at, or if you D3, NAI, and it's all great, you guys listening. But I'm going to give you one, T. And this is a bar that I want you to get to. And you may have already got it. And this is good for a freshman because it don't involve no stats. It doesn't involve any stats. You can wipe that away. Goal for freshman year. How about this? Make sure that everybody in that locker room, man, from the coaching staff to the older players to the younger players, respects you as a player and as somebody that's on the way.
Yeah.
As long as you do that, man, where everybody in that, I almost cussed. Everybody, I almost went coach mode off the show. Everybody in that locker room and in that building, T, that beautiful Oregon building, Phil Knight, everybody, they know you on the way. They all respect you as a player.
Yeah.
If you can check that, man, as a true freshman, dude, you good. You good. Everything else will fall in place. But check that one. Where people ask about you ain't in the room. Hey, man, how's that freshman Tionne Gray? Oh, dude, hey, he ain't hit the field yet, but maybe he only got a little taste, but
I agree with that because I was about to say, Coach, to piggyback off of that because. In addition to the coaches, when you start getting them upperclassmen, your name and name out, they start being like, yeah, man, like, yeah, you need to put that little dude in. Like, he a problem out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So I can totally agree with that. I can totally, because when you got the upperclassmen start vouching for you and you a pup, that's when you know, like, okay. Because I didn't seen it 100 times, man.
And you're going to have it, T, where the upperclassmen come back in the off season. and they want to ask about you. How you doing? They want to
Yeah,
take you out,
yeah.
go get some food with you or something. So
That's what's
I know
happening
you
now
on the
with
way.
like that's what happening now with the upperclassmen that done left. Popo, Taki, Mace, like every time they come back, it's like I
Those are
already done knowing
dogs.
them for like it's like I know them my whole life.
Yeah,
Like
man. And soak
it's
it
like
up,
they
man.
always
Hey, and
just
that,
helping me every chance they get.
yeah, and ask questions, man. Fire away, man. And that's one thing I love is when those alumni come back, man. There's been that fire, man. Ask them everything, any and everything you possibly can, man. Definitely, just
Yeah,
keep soaking that up. But no,
I love it.
you on the track though, man. Definitely.
I love it. Chuwu New say, "What's your 40 time?" That must be one of your boys playing with you. And then
That's my uncle. That's my uncle.
and then Big John Jones. This is a little bit more on the serious tip. Are you staying focused and getting distracted by outside noise?
Nah, his daddy ain't gonna let that
I'm staying focused. Like I do everything. Like my main, like man, I
No
wake up,
time,
go to
huh?
practice. No, that too. It's no time. Wake up, go to practice, come back. Like if I can take a little nap, go to class, do my work, and then come back and just like I just like try to stay out the way just so can't nothing like damage my image or like distract me and get me off course.
Yeah, yeah,
I love it.
definitely.
I love
Oh,
it.
one more thing I like to leave you with too, because we always be talking about too. And let's be, hey, it's college, man. It's gonna be parties. It's gonna be girls. You're gonna kick it, man. You a young man, cool, right? This ain't about we going to school and we just gonna be in a dorm for 4 years. We gonna be out here, but man, listen, bro, man, whether it's you or you with any of your teammates, man, y'all use the hell out of some Uber, man. Because I promise you, Coach, how many episodes have we had with the kid at Texas? Man, we had about 3-4 episodes in a
NFL
row on
guys.
this show about
Yeah.
a wreck and somebody that got, is fatal or seriously injured coming from a
Quick.
party. And man, somebody,
Lost
is
everything.
driving it. Man, look, y'all don't even think about it, man. Grab a Uber. I will leave you with that, man. Don't even think about it, man. I don't care if y'all boys got to walk back to the apartment, but that's better than trying to roll, man. If y'all been out kicking it, man, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, right? You gonna kick it, that's cool, but man, y'all better walk before you drive, man, or Uber it, man. But I'm telling you, keep that in mind.
Yes, sir.
And Eugene, Oregon is cool, but it ain't pop. You
Right?
ain't in Miami or anything like that. So
Like
you should
that.
be
That was my
okay.
favorite thing about coming here. Like it's not like no party town or nothing. Like I could like come here and just focus on me and football and like everything else I need to focus on with my life.
Cool.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
Yes,
man.
indeed, man. Well, hey, we're going to let you get back to your grind. And so excited to have you on tonight, T. I know everything's going fast right now, man, but you're doing an amazing job, dude. So keep up the great work, okay?
For sure.
All right, you guys. So, hey, that is the great Tionne Gray. This is a young man, Q, that is out of your neck of the woods, man. Your people is his people. What you think about him?
Man, he gonna be a bona fide killer out there because he's got a motor. Like I've been watching his huddle. I mean, all through high school, obviously. Carey's my guy. So I mean, I've just been waiting for him to get out of high school, man. Whole
Carey
time.
said he's up next.
Proof he is. I mean, measurables. Man, just a good kid, great mentality, man. Got a good support system back home. But man, he's gonna be a serious problem, man. And he's gonna be out there early. If he's not starting out the gate, man, he will be getting some significant playing time, man, come fall, man. Because like I said, as you mentioned, he's going through spring and going through camp. So by the time the season comes, man, he's ready.
The thing, Oregon, even though they're going to the Big Ten, man, I think that it was a few years ago when they got their butt whooped. It might have been Auburn or something. I seen Landon switch his whole flow. And the way he runs his D line, man, he's trying to be like those SEC teams where he's just stacking the room and it don't matter who start. He's bringing in young cats, Mateo and Big Dave. He's bringing these cats, putting them every 2-3 plays, and it's just
you got
after the quarterback.
He's
gonna play.
You got to, and you got to think about it too, man. I mean, you got to have hogs like Tionne, because going into the Big Ten, it's not like out west where everybody's just flicking the ball around, man. You going into a conference where you talking about a lot of damn downhill running. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to have some serious hogs in the trenches in order to stop that run game. You got Michigan, you got Ohio State, you got a lot of teams, man, that have marquee backs that can get, if you don't stop them, man, they running the ball down your throat 5-6 yards a pop all night. So you got to have kids like this in the trenches. So, yeah, you might have a 7 or, a 6 to 8 man rotation, man, with your D line.
You think defense was the right side for him?
Oh, absolutely, man. Absolutely. For sure. I mean, he could have, going to school either way, like we said, man. But no, D, like naturally, like in regards, especially, man, getting to that next level, man, D-line for sure, he made the right call on that.
All right, you guys. Well, hey, that is the great Tionne Gray, and hopefully you guys enjoyed tonight's show. He's going to be ripping it up in Eugene, Oregon. I'm sure they're happy. The Ducks, I wish my Buffaloes could have got some of this action, but I'm sure the Eugene Ducks, Oregon Ducks, going to be happy. Now, if you guys haven't joined us before, please get on the train. Every single week, you guys, we bring in the best of the best from the football industry. We bring in older people. We bring in younger people. We bring in people that are behind the scenes in the front office space. We bring in coaches. So let alone all of the game that Q and I give you, the guru. So if you haven't joined us before and tonight is your first night, please make sure that you like, subscribe, share with a friend, share with your coach, share with your teammate. Also, we would like for you guys to know that this episode of the Locker Room Show with the great Tionne Gray, who is going to make plenty of NIL dollars, was brought to you guys by NILLLC.org. Once again, NILLLC.org. Check it out if you are a student athlete in any sport that wants to learn how to navigate these special times. These are special times, Q. These kids are making real money,
bags,
real money.
Bags. Definitely, man. But like I said, that business component, man, of knowing how to navigate through it is going to be important. But again, we're here for a resource, for coaches, parents, and players. And log on, I mean, definitely, man, shoot us an email, reach out in addition to tuning in. And we're here for you.
Yes, indeed, baby. So we'll be back, you guys, next Thursday with another amazing guest from the industry to give you guys some game. Q, the EA Sports College football game coming out. We know who's on the cover. They went yours. They went Hunter. They went with the young running back from Michigan. You think they got it right on the cover?
Yeah, I think they got it about right. They got it right. They couldn't have Travis and Shedeur, so I think they got it right on there, man. But hopefully the game is cool. I know the graphics are gonna be on point, man. So we'll have to check it out, man, and do a little bit of gaming. And hopefully, like I said, man, these kids may get a little bit of bread off of EA Sports, cutting them a check for their likeness on the game.
Yes, indeed. And we see the great Terrell Gray Sr. saying, appreciate you both. We appreciate you, brother, for letting us have some time with your young pup. And he's got a bright future, and excited for you guys. I wish I had this resource like this when I was being recruited. I like to say, Bill, stuff. Yes, thank you. And please share, because there are some kids that are right in that window that do need the resource. If you're joining us for the first time, please, we got a library, you guys, of amazing guests, Hall of Famers, Pro Bowlers, first round draft picks, kids like Tionne that are right in the mix, So please check out our library of content, and then join us next week. So I am Coach Wood signing off. That is the great Guru. And anything you want to say, Guru, before we get out?
Hey, we'll see y'all next week. Same time, same channel.
Same time, same channel. Have a good